Hello, hello, hello. It's coffee time. Don't forget. Hooray! I don't know. Is there anything going on? Still doing rail strikes. Rail strikes in the UK. Oh no! There's a nationwide sperm shortage. I mean, this isn't a good story. Apparently, there's a sperm shortage. Where's my badge gone? It's gone missing. I can't find the badge. There you go. Anyway, there's a sperm shortage. Of course there is. And apparently women in Britain trying to conceive are having to buy sperm samples from abroad. 3/4 of donated sperm used in UK fertility clinics get shipped in from overseas, like the US and Poland. Here we go again. Cheap Eastern European imports. Here we go. Let's see. Nationwide sperm shortage. I am available. Send the money to usual address, and I'll return the sperm. If you send a self-addressed stamped envelope, I will return the sperm in that envelope. Might be a bit icky in the post, but I'm sure the postman won't mind pushing it in your box. I mean slot. Sarah Norcross, director of PET, which is the Progress Educational Trust, they're a fertility charity, said action needs to be taken so that men's willingness to donate is not wasted. I can't, I'm too old. Even though I've only ever had sex twice and I've had 2 children, it shows you how potent I am. But yeah, they say it's a postcode lottery for NHS fertility care. In the UK, sperm donation is regulated by the Human Fertilisation Embryology Authority, and under the rules, all donors are screened for STIs, inheritable medical conditions such as debilitating asthma, clubfoot and haemophilia. I've got webbed toes. I've got webbed toes. Oh, it's probably me out of it, isn't it? Don't worry, my mum and dad didn't know each other. They're not related. Maybe it's my father's side. But yeah, I've got a couple of webbed toes. I'm a mutant. Did you know that? And you're not allowed to pay for sperm in the UK. Did you know that? You're not allowed to charge. That's my services. Like I say, you send a stamped addressed self envelope to me, and I'll return it gratis. But yeah, some 3,000 samples are brought in from Denmark and 4,000 from the US each year, statistics suggest. And you can import sperm. British couples can import sperm, though the cost are close to £9.50 a dose. 950 quid a spunk? Really? I could be worth millions. I could be worth millions. My goodness. Online sperm donation is technically legal as long as women are not charged money for the service. That recent one, the guy who had a genetic illness and gave it to the children he fathered. That's the real problem. I mean, again, I don't think anyone would want me because, autism. Mind you, my daughter's really intelligent, so you've got a 50-50 chance, I suppose. 50-50. Though Herb's smart, he just pretends to be daft, as I keep telling him. But yeah, it's a real problem. So guys, get that fist a-pumping and head down to your local sperm donation centre. They need it in buckets. Yeah, reminds me of that joke. What's growing comes in buckets? An elephant. I've lowered the tone. And I wonder why I get demonetised. Sidebar of shame stories are good today, but we don't cover those. Prince Andrew could be stripped of his Duke of York title under proposed law. They want, because the people of York want him. They want him like disbarred. Mind you, it's not the first time Prince Andrew's stripped. He usually likes doing it in front of young ladies. Actually, he likes the more mature lady, but you know, for the narrative, you know, because you've got to pretend he's a paedophile, even though Victoria Giffey was of legal age over here. And just a few years later, 2 years later, she was married. Can you believe that? Wow. Because she was almost 18 when she met old Andy, and by 20, 21, she was married. It's amazing, isn't it? Hey, Epstein, did he kill himself? Oh my goodness! Now this is a story. Have you heard of like landlords? You know, slum landlords. And this is a letting agent, right? This is a shocking story. This is a story of Qasim Al-Darat, 53. He looks like he's a nice fella. Here he is. He's 53. Right, he's him and Adam McChesney. He's another charming fellow. He intimidated and plotted against 26 tenants. Him and another of our quite a few, 1, 2, 3. There's a load of names. Sohail Tamiz, Pedram Tamiz, Qasim El-Darat, Adam McChesney, all plotted against these tenants. In one time, they barred 10 men charged into Carl Hopkins' home, doused him in petrol and beat him, causing him to lose 3 teeth. And the locks were changed on his rental property. So yeah, they tried to extort people, planting drugs in tenants' house. It's crazy, bonkers. And yeah, this is being heard at Canterbury Crown Court at the moment, and yeah, these people are accused of these terrible things. Let's hope that they get their. I'm gobsmacked. I really am. Absolutely gobsmacked that in Boris's Britain that we have slum landlords like this. Normally, they hassle the female tenants, you know, for a hand shandy or a bit of How's Your Father, don't they? Kate Bush news. She was speaking on Women's Hour today. Dear old Kate, and she said the world's gone mad. She must have been watching my videos. She echoed my sentiment that the world's gone mad. She's thrilled because she knew, she gave agreement to people who make Stranger Things to use the song, but she didn't realise it was going to be as popular as it's been. Meanwhile, in South London, this is Martins Avenue in Bexley Heath, just before 9 p.m. last night. A motorcyclist was riding along when suddenly the ground opened and swallowed him up. Yes, it was a sinkhole. And don't worry, I think he's all right. It's just his bike's stuck down there, but it's the same sinkhole from above. I mean, these things can be awful. I mean, there have been cases where people have actually been swallowed alive, and then killed by these things. And poor bugger must have had a right old shock, It's 16 feet deep, this sinkhole in Bexley Heath. There you go. Top story, that. I think it's a top story. Have we got anything else? I never checked. I should always do my research, shouldn't I? But I was too busy. Here you go. This is something do you have trouble sleeping? Do you have trouble sleeping? No? Are you a germ phobic? Do you worry about creepy crawlies? Well, this is the story of this chap here. He's called, I'll read his name first, he's called Demodex follicularum. He's a lovely looking fella. Here he is. Look at that fella. He's an 8-legged mite, and he lives on us. And while we sleep, they crawl over our skin and apparently they have sex on our faces and on our nipples, apparently. And here's one under the microscope. Look at them, you can see them there. But the problem with these mites is they're a bit like Norfolkers, is that they're interbreeding, and eventually one day the scientists reckon they might die out because of the interbreeding. They've got webbed feet. Yeah, see, everything is everything is connected here. So yeah, when you sleep, they're crawling in your eyes and over your nipples, and yeah, hey, inflation has hit a 40-year high of 9.1%. Hooray! No, it's a good thing, isn't it? Do, 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 do. Meanwhile, this one's got something for everyone. This is the story of, well, his name's, well, he was Peter Langen, and he was convicted to prison for life in 1997. Here's his picture. He looks like a nice chap. There you go. And he is a neo-Nazi bank robber who was convicted to life in prison. But the the Bureau of Prisons in the US are fast-tracking their gender reassignment surgery. Yeah, they've gone trans, everyone. He's suffering from gender dysphoria, and reckons he's being discriminated at a woman's prison. Yeah, because good old Peter is in a women's prison. But don't worry, he's going to get his meat and potatoes removed, and yeah, and that's that. Because remember, folks, we live in a world where men are women and women are men. You know, where Fanny's your uncle and Bob's your aunt. Those are the worlds we live in, folks. Oh boy, it's a crazy world we live in, isn't it? But he is housed in a female prison. It's nice, isn't it? How must those poor women feel? I bet a little bit unsafe being housed with neo-Nazis and rapists, intact men. Yeah. Oh, that was a horrible story I just read. So we won't be. There's a lot of horror and murder on the Daily Mail site. I've got a few funny ones. Okay. Do you want weird? Okay then. This is the story of Merivone Rocha Moraes, and she's from Brazil, right? She's from Brazil, but don't hold that against her. And she was lonely. And I'm sorry. You know you when you think the world's gone mad. Well, she was lonely, so she married Marcello. She saw him and she knew he was the one. She knew that they were destined to be together for life, and it's quite sweet. I'm looking at their wedding pictures now, which I'm going to share with you, and I think you'll agree. It's a beautiful thing. But anyway, the couple consummated their marriage, and then she had a home birth and delivered his baby. You know, sometimes you feel like the world's just gone absolutely boo-boo. He got me pregnant. She said he didn't take care of himself and he didn't use a condom. She had 250 guests at her wedding. Can you imagine what it must have been like for them? He said, although she gained weight during her pregnancy, seeing the placenta and the umbilical cord and the blood made it all real. He was here in 35 minutes and he's great. The mum continued, it upsets me when people say this is fake. It makes me angry. I'm a woman of character. And is the family together? Here they are. And here she is with Marcello. He's a great and faithful husband. Yeah. You wait till he runs off with a giant stuffed kangaroo. Then you're going to be crying, love. You're going to be crying, and that is the end of coffee time, because I think the world's mad enough. Padge is in. Hey, Daniel Carran is in. Hey, James is in. Been listening to Channel Light Vessel lately. Beautiful stuff. Those were the days. A supergroup, an ambient supergroup. Alex says, "Hola." Padge is laughing. The world has gone completely mad. I think it has. But I bring you the news that you need. The news that you need now. And thanks for watching. That's been coffee time. I think we all need to lie down in a darkened room for a bit. Anyway, that's the news. You better drink it up. Ta-da.